Oh my god, I have a double check.
Okay, hang on.
This is
Are you already live?
Hey, you're live.
All right, we're live. Hey, y'all. Welcome to my heart
it's
studio.
It's gonna take a minute.
Okay,
It's gonna take a bit.
Okay, it's like, welcome to my heart studio. This
nobody's
is where I
nobody's in the house.
create
yet.
realities
So let me pull it up here.
with paint, pencil, and something else.
Ink.
Ink. Oh, she says ink.
Okay.
Oh, bye.
All right. And let's see. Is it working? Yeah, it's working. We have 2 people in the house, so we're gonna restream. Got to take a little longer.
I don't know what's
have a
going
nice
on
solution.
with this. This is
Wait a
crazy.
minute. Our signal's not good.
Go
See-
see if Luke's on the computer or video games. Cindy, please.
No. I think. Okay. Can y'all hear us and see us all right? It might be my phone.
What you got? Oh, thanks.
Let's see. Can you see us? Can you hear us? 'Cause I'm not getting it. Oh yeah, I got it. It's working. We're good. Okay.
Excuse me, a stain on my shirt.
So try that music.
I'm trying. I don't know what's going on. Skip the Squirrel's just not wanting to sing his heart out.
Skip it.
Come on, Skip.
Okay, we'll skip that. We'll skip that.
Yeah.
Oh, let me turn this off.
We are the music
I'm
tonight.
listening to you in here, and I'm talking to you in here. Okay, so we are at the K8's HeART studio.
Oh,
Studi-
me oh
oh.
my's.
Yeah, I'm not too good with this language. Okay, they can hear us well.
You're gonna get really good.
You're gonna be here too.
Really good. A little.
Yeah, she's here. Woo!
Cindy Fink is here, and Izzy Medina's here, and Kate. We're in your
You're my heart space
studio, and yeah,
where the magic happens.
and so take it from here.
All right, welcome. This is a beautiful opportunity to have the 2 of you in here, and Cindy's now just stepped in. She wasn't going to be a part of it, but she is an interior designer of Utopia, and so she is very dear to my heart. She and I have been friends for 12 years and an integral part of Utopia and helping us build out the brand and different parts of it. But, you know, it's really special to have you all in here because I don't often invite people to come into this place where everything is emerging. And there's a real reason for that. I've become real conscious of energy. And when I'm creating in this space, it's all very high vibration. And so I guard that energy and keep it and make it certain that it's really high vibe. But you guys are so high vibe and you have so many codes to exchange because you said a comment 48 hours ago about what's happening with the energy going on the planet right now. Alignment. And the codex and the things that are coming in and dreams inside of dreams are happening. You're sitting inside of a vortex.
Yeah,
So
right here.
Right here.
Yeah.
So I hold space for the dreamers. I'm a dreamer who's holding a dream so big that it holds dreams. It is.
That was good.
Yeah. Well, actually, I'm really not looking for your approval. I'm doing this whether you like it or not. You know, it's one of those things like ready or not, here I come. Ready or not, here I am. I know who I am. Right. And so there's nothing that's going to stop me now because I've been on a journey since 2014 when I sat at my kitchen table and I set the intention that I was writing children's books.
Keep going.
And I will. Thank you. I'm going to keep on going, right, for infinity, because this is something so profound, y'all. I've grown into the name Kate the Heartist. Hi, Izzy. Thanks for joining in with my co-pilot seat. Yeah. But, you know, we're having a lot of fun. Izzy and I met earlier last year. And part of the process is following the heart. And that's what I've done my whole time. That I've done 2014 is what I was talking about. I sat at my kitchen table and I thought I was writing children's stories, but I didn't even know where they were going to take place until my hand automatically wrote. Utopia is a place where puffy heart clouds float through the sky and the scent of honey fills the air. The heart-shaped trees and flowers
Where are you going to sit?
to the rhythm of freedom. The The only thing missing is you. Everything changed in that moment because my hand automatically wrote, and I knew that there was something bigger happening than anything I could really understand. So I've grown into this role of Kate the Artist. I now know that I'm part of a divine plan. I'm a visionary artist who saw it in my heart and in my inner vision first. But what I've come to realize, especially since 2018, is that there are dreamers out there that have gained and acquired the courage to be their part of one of the most iconic platforms of our future, called Utopia. It's inside of a new multimedia cooperation I've come to learn and understand and understand in 2022 called Entertainment, that is inside of inspiring media. Y'all, I sit here in this room now with a lot of pieces, and we're having fun here tonight. It's fun to invite you in, and you can see that there's something going on here. But when I began, it was just a word. You know, it started with the word you. Everything always starts with you, y'all, right? Everything is just you.
Mm-hmm.
It does. When you first love yourself and you grow to believe in yourself, great things happen. And so everything is beginning with you and you and you and you and you and you. And then we're just flocking ourselves to be one big community, not of sheep, but of unique individuals who have found the way to overcome their fears, to live as their truth, that divine spark, that God spark. This is a great time to do and begin what I do before I create any piece of heart. I'm going to invite Todd to light a candle and Izzy to light a candle. Cindy, you can light a candle too if you want, girl. We're going to do it, but I definitively intentionally set this. And I'll tell you, Izzy Medina is one of the most fierce feminine women I've ever met in my life. I'm serious. She's wildly fun. She's young, but she is on fire for life. And I'm going to have her light a candle that is by Moonlight Spirits, Tawny Roberts. She's created candles following her heart. Everything that I be and do is dreamers inside of dreams. Guys, this is how we're going to create a world. Dreams supporting one another. I burn the candle of Tawny Roberts while I'm painting, and other creators, candles as well, that support them. That's how we're going to do this. I support you, you support me, we support each other energetically. I'm going to have Todd, this is kind of funny, y'all. When the three of us and a couple other ladies, Inanna Shalom, she was with us, and we were driving up to Soulogy Fest. We stopped in Ennis, Texas, and we bought a candle called Smell My Nuts. Yeah, smell my nuts. We laughed then, and we're laughing now. I'm gonna have Todd light that candle because you know that candle was actually quite epic. Because when I got it, I knew that I was going to meet one of the squirrels of Utopia, and when we got to Mulberry Mountain, I did. I met Skip the squirrel, y'all. This is all predestined, and it's about being able to understand your own biofeedback and your guidance and seeing the things that are there for us. So back to the candles. I light a candle before I paint anything every single time in this heart space because it lights, well, it draws attention to the inner spark, that's the God spark within us. So Izzy, will you grab the, of course, diamond matches. Everything is intentional for me too. I mean, the diamond, if you look at that word, look at diamond. A big part of Utopia is wordplay, but it's because we learned that spelling is actually an ancient mysticism. That's why it's called spelling. We're casting spells with our words magically. Magically makes me think of Wanda, the magic wand, right, y'all?
So
Here's magic.
Fun fact.
I'm the magic. Wanda matches me. But our spelling is called spelling. You're gonna go ahead and light it, girl. And then you're gonna.
This is a fun fact. Is
Oh, groovy.
I don't really know how to do this.
All right. Always an opportunity to learn and grow. And I love that you know. Just like
Oh
that.
shit.
There you go.
Oh my
How
god.
easy was that?
Oh my
Fierce feminine.
Oh my god, I almost burned my finger. No.
So
fierce.
nice.
One more.
Too fierce,
One
almost
more.
burned my
Too
hand.
fierce. Lighting that spark. And Todd, I'm going to invite you to light this other beautiful candle that I bought while I was on that road trip to Soulogy Fest.
All right.
We're honoring the divine spark that
I'll
is
be
within each of
close.
us. This is a ritual I do when
Okay.
painting before each creation.
The second time I did this shit.
You're scared of getting burned?
In a
Hold it
way,
further,
because
hold it
recently,
further down on the
Just-
candle.
just do that.
because yeah, I was like, I could do it with a lighter. Because
Good.
recently, I almost caught my hair on fire, so I'm kind of have PTSD. It's like, no, clear, can't do that. No, I don't
As
have
Joe
PTSD.
Delaney says, it's PDSD, post-traumatic stress disorder.
Oh, my dad always clapped his
That
hands.
made me laugh so
My
hard.
dad
when
used
Joe
to
said that.
clap, my dad used to clap his hands when I would cry and say, "Wow, Bo, Isabel
Smell my
Medina
nuts."
again, you did it."
Smell my nuts. You know, how nutty can you get? Pretty
That's the
nutty.
name of this. It's the name of it.
I know.
Pretty nuts.
Right.
Smell my nuts.
Smell my nuts.
This
But-
is banana nut bread toasted coconut hazelnut.
Isn't that awesome?
It's a lot of nuts.
Yeah. Everything's interconnected.
Yeah,
So
do you want to
here's a funny thing. Going
No,
back
yeah,
to
yeah.
while you're
can sit
standing
here.
up. Oh, sorry. Can you,
Sorry.
Todd, thinking about this, can you grab the light within?
Yes.
So
Baby, you
There
are
it
a
is.
firework. Yes, I love Joseph Mike stress disorder.
let's just also reference this real quick. Skip Lawton. He skipped the squirrel. He felt called in his heart when Todd announced that he was holding space at Mulberry Mountain to be there. He didn't even know why. His wife died a year ago. He was healing and mending a broken heart. And he decided to go. And he threw some of these CDs that he had done in his car. And he went with some friends. And they showed up. And he interfaced with me there due to our very funny friend, Keith Hill, who said, "Skip, you need to meet Kate. I think there's something here." When Skip walked over to me, let me go back. Remember I said at the gas station in Ennis, I knew I was going to meet a squirrel from Utopia because the inner vision showed me the squirrel. I was like, oh, I'm going to meet one of the squirrels. It's in one of my journals. Yeah, it's all interconnected and it's pretty nutty. Want to smell my nuts? So
Oh my
the
God.
candle comes in, then the squirrel, then this. And I look at this as Skip hands me this. And I said, "What's with the squirrel? Is that you?" And he looked at me and he said, I don't know. I don't think so. My friend just wanted to paint the picture on my album when I created it. And now that you're saying that, I'm getting this really strange feeling that I am the squirrel, but I have no idea what that means. I said, "Skip, I think you're Skip the squirrel in Utopia, and I'll just hold space for you. And we can talk about that and think about it." We've had many conversations since then, and he's certain that he's Skip the squirrel. He's so certain that he lives in Branson, Missouri, and he's building
Shit.
his nut house, y'all. He's building a nut house that is a cute, cozy cottage, and he's recreating this because he's Skip the squirrel, and he knows it.
What is that?
Look at that. It's a cartoon squirrel sitting at a desk
wow.
in the fireplace. And,
Sure,
you know,
buddy.
it's incredible. Yeah, it's amazing. Guys, when we are able to tap in, tune in, and turn on to our intuitive nature and read the signs and trust them, magic happens because we are the magic, right? We are the magic.
No, for sure.
You know, Wanda always wants to tell me,
Oh,
she first came into my world and she told me she was my magic wand. I had to get her corrected. I said, "No, you match the magic that I am, that you are, that you are, that you are. We all are magical." And when we direct and focus our intention, great things happen. That is what a magical stick can do for each of us. It helps us focus. It helps us set our awareness, and what we put our focus on expands. So this is what's amazing to me. As I've put my focus on this awareness that this cooperation is coming into being, it's actually drawing the beings to me. And it's fantastic. Over my left shoulder, if we look at CDs, we see Known Odyssey next to the Now clock. Michael and Carrie Fox came into my field of awareness. They've been on Soulogy Studios. Now you got Jen Reynolds, the space monkey, fired up because that's the sock monkey. That's Eureka Springs.
I know Michael and Carrie Fox.
Yes, that's super space sock
Did you
monkey.
hear me?
Sock it to me.
Did you hear me?
I hear you. I hear you.
Oh my
This-
God.
Are you going to give me the information?
This sock monkey is a huge piece
Tell
from.
me.
Tell me. Oh my God! Like Todd, that monkey was talking to me from Eureka Springs. I had to call them and tell them. So look,
Oh my
I
God.
was in that shop. When I went to Eureka Springs after Soulogy Studios, I drove up to Eureka Springs and I had to follow my heart. And I was told to pull into this place that was a barn. Okay, y'all, funny farm. I get it. Some of the signs are really obvious. And that monkey was in there, but I didn't feel like I needed the monkey. But then later, after I left, the monkey kept talking to me, just like Todd was demonstrating. Cindy's experienced this with me. I mean, some of these things that happen, that's a can of worms. Now you're pulling out the worms as I'm hunting and fishing for truth. Because I fish for truth, right? There's lots of toys in here. I play with everything
Oh my
metaphorically,
God.
energetically. It's all amazing. But all of these things matter. Everything matters, y'all. Physical matter is all part of our conscious thoughts. Anyway, back to the monkey. I had to set up a operation to bring him back to Houston because guess what? They don't mail stuff. Can you imagine in today's environment where everything is like shipping it to you next day, Prime? There's a business out there that does not. Oh, Todd, you're touching something that is so huge. We'll get to that next. Go ahead and bring Grover over here. Because let me tell you something. Grover there's in my belief system, there's before Grover and after Grover about what is possible. Can you go get Grover? Will you bring him over here? Are you not understanding what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anyway, Christy Sanders rescued the sock monkey from that barn store and brought him back to Houston, and I'm so grateful. There's always ways to do things outside of what is someone saying is not possible, because when you pause and you choose to be the possible, you just think about all the different ways that it might happen. And that's the way that I am. It's impossible to stop me from anything that I want to be, do, and desire, because I put a apostrophe between the I and M, and then I have I am presence. I'm possible. I am. You are too. All of us are. Back to Grover. Where is he? Y'all, this is a mind blower. Okay? I'm serious. I know this sounds funny, but here we are. So I'm building this storyline that is told. I know, Todd, this is going to blow your mind. All right?
You must
So-
be from Texas. That's all it
I'm
is.
from Texas.
You
but-
told 16 stories in one.
I know. Yeah, well, I can keep on going. These stories blow my mind and my heart wide open. My life has not been the same, and I just was trying to live in a suburban house and do a corporate job and be a mom and
Back to
all this
Grover.
stuff. Back to Grover. Back to Grover. So back in 2017, I knew that I was writing children's stories that were going to be from the perspective of a 6-year-old girl, me, Katie the Hardest, that goes to the 1st grade in Spring Garden Elementary School, where she's learning to spell and write her future. Through her imagination, she brings everything into her reality. So I wanted to reconnect with that part of myself back in 2017. And around November at Thanksgiving, I said to my mom, Mom, do you know where Grover is? She said, no. Did he come to Texas? I was born in Pennsylvania. I was like, yeah, I had him here. So we hadn't seen Grover in 40 years. Okay. We looked all over their home. And when I'd never had him in this house ever. I mean, I live in the house that I'm in now for 22 years, but I had never had Grover here. So I began setting the intention without knowing how it would happen that Grover would come back to me. And I had the desire in my heart. So in February of 2018, I set that intention back in November of 2017. In February of 2018, I was up late getting some things finished and went to bed about 1 o'clock in the morning and finished folding laundry and putting things at the end of my bed. My daughter came in the next morning. I was blow drying my hair and she said, Mom, do you know where my choir shirt is? I said, I do. It's at the end of my bed in the basket. I had put it there right before I went to bed. So as she did that, she then went to go grab her shirt and she pulled this up and she said, Mom, where did Grover come from? I mean, where? And I said, where did you get that? I ran over to the basket and it was on top of the basket. And I thought, are y'all messing with me? Like, everybody knows I'm looking for Grover. So did you just go buy a Grover? No, y'all, this is my Grover from when I was 5 years old. This was my coveted Christmas present when I was 5 years old, and he went everywhere. I dragged him through the mud. He rode in my red wagon. I loved Grover. He has got the same scratched eyes as my Grover, the same pelted fuzzy nose because I loved him, matted tummy because I rubbed it and I hugged him. Y'all, how the hell did that happen? I don't know. The universe is not obligated to explain itself to us. Something epically huge happened in that moment. Not only did he ride in the front seat on my drive to work that day, I was forever changed. How do you draw Grover to you from multi-dimensions away? We didn't even know where he was. No one knew where he was. How did he get there? Did I travel there to find him in my mom's attic at night and bring him back and put him on the top of the laundry basket? Who the hell knows? I don't know. I don't care. I have Grover. And so Grover represents whatever it is that your heart desires, y'all. Whatever it is. When you release your limiting belief systems and you get rid of that BS, the BS is the belief systems that he can't come to you at the end of your bed in the middle of the night effortlessly. Because that's what he did. I don't know how it happened. What do you want? What are you desiring so much that you release your belief systems? That's how we're building Utopia too. As we get stronger, Todd, you're like this epic grandfather, like that's sitting over the shoulder and just.
I'm just looking around.
Awesome. Well, there's a lot to look around in here. You could bring me something else and it would be another fantastical story.
Hi, my name's Todd Medina.
Yeah. And I actually.
What is that? What is that?
It's just the way you talk. I'm just imitating shit.
Yeah.
I think you should talk to these two for a bit.
I agree
I'll
with
bring
you.
Another, have Grover talk to him, or you talk to him.
No,
Where's Groves at? What's up, homie?
Grover doesn't have as much to say.
Has Grover ever had a bath? Has he ever been vacuumed?
I don't think so, Todd.
He's never been dry cleaned
No,
before.
he was my little love, but you can hold him. But one of the things
I think he got the hots for Cindy.
I would love to talk to. I would like to just kind of direct and share. What's funny about soul family is that you don't have to ever have met them for it to feel familiar.
Todd is a big bird.
You got in my car on the day that we were driving to Soulogy.
Yes.
Oh, wait, was it epic?
Oh, I
The whole thing.
Actually, something I want to say before I even met you, when I heard your voice, I felt like I was talking to somebody that was not from here. Like it was somebody like from a different planet.
Oh, you got that right.
Like, I mean, I didn't even know. I think actually we were friends on Facebook, but I didn't even look at what you looked like there at all. I was just amazed by
We were not friends until Soulogy.
Well, no,
we became friends on Facebook.
No, we became friends on Facebook before you picked me up.
Yes.
So
correct.
I didn't look at your profile the way you looked or nothing. It didn't startle me to. Like I was just amazed by your voice. And I remember when I met Kate, it was just like a walking of a magnificent creature that I've never seen. So
this is not a paid endorsement, y'all, at all. I did not know she was going to say that because I feel the same way about her. I mean, seriously, this chick is amazing. I love you so much.
I love you too.
We couldn't be more different in some of the ways that we experience and view the world. But guys, that's what life is about. It's like so awesome when you can say, well, this is how I experience this. And it's so different. It kind of blows your mind, right?
That's why I think it's important for everybody to share their story because it will all come into one of the same alignment of the same meaning. Everybody's story is different, but it all has the same meaning though behind it.
It does. One of the things I think was really cool, and Cindy was a part of this too. adapting and releasing expectations of what something needs to look like. You
Mhm.
know, when we all thought we were going, it's one thing to go spend a space in a room, a space with people that you don't know, where you think you're going to each have your own private space or whatever. What we learned on our way up there was that we thought we were having a 3-bedroom condo, you know, with lots of spacious space, and we ended up having a 1-bedroom condo over a barn. And it was fascinating the way
You
that
remember your
5 women
Yeah.
Remember her
managed
car
this.
kept going off and everything.
Oh my God. What do you think that was?
So okay,
was
so you said it was the
Yeah, she
kitchen.
slept in the kitchen.
Oh, I thought you said it was the kitchen. I'm like, how did the kitchen open?
Or you could only have one path, so there was only one way to go
Um,
to the bathroom at
I
night.
was
We all had
okay.
to be
So
respectful.
one thing I'll definitely say of what I saw from being on Mulberry Mountain, but before even Soulogy, was when we got there. Was I saw light beings in the sky, and from someone else said that they saw a lot of Native Americans there, like they were glowing though, like they were like glowing, and they were like in the where the hill is and everything.
Mhm.
So I think what it was definitely spirits, and so your energy was extremely. Everybody's energy was extremely strong. So in a way, it was kind of
It was crazy.
intimidating for them because it's their territory. It's where they're at, and now these other light beings are like, okay, I can't say that word on here, but you know what I mean. I bleeped my own self out.
We had so many interesting things happen. I mean, just every single night, as you alluded, my car went off. Crazy. Went off. And
I remember,
like the alarm.
You remember
My alarm
May,
never
may
goes
I,
off.
May I interject? I would like to give you an activation.
All right. Okay.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
For your birthday. It's a late birthday present.
All right.
Close your eyes.
Okay. This is going to be funny, y'all. I can feel it already. I have great intuition.
This is a serious activation of the third eye.
Okay. Yeah. I need. I love you. You know, I think he's acting like I've never done this. I did this by myself in the house. But you're the best. High five. I love it.
I'm just making do with what I find.
You're going to find all kinds of crazy stuff in here.
You're activated.
I am. I am. No kidding. I mean, the things that I see, y'all, are insane. It's like the things I think and the things I see. It's just absolutely mind expanding and heart expanding. And this is very funny. But, you know, all of the art and the entertainment of Utopia is like no other. It draws you into your own inner vision, and the prompts and the stories and the tales that are told by others overcoming their fears are going to always reflect back and have you go within to see and review what you think about you in relation to what you've just heard, seen, and felt. And so it's a way to expand humanity in really funny ways. And this doesn't bother me at all, y'all. I mean, like for me, this is completely normal. In fact, full disclosure, there's a whole iconic platform of fashion that is coming forward that's going to have headbands with these on there because it's ICON. I see that I am on. My inner vision is on. I'm tuned in, turned in, and tapped on to it. So it's just an expression of fun and playfulness with these googly eyes. We got a little distracted from the sounding alarm bells that were going off in Mulberry Mountain. But I do question what was going on there. You know, we had a very dear friend, Christy, who was sleeping outside of our space inside of her van, and she heard it every night. And she actually attributes it to Sasquatch energy because she felt the Sasquatch.
Wait. So you think there was like Bigfoot there?
Yeah, absolutely. We're talking about multidimensionality. You know, this is part of what cannot be explained. And when people tell you that something's not true, one of the things that I think is so funny, and this is actually very appropriate that I have this on here, when someone tells me something isn't true, I now ask them, from which perspective and dimension will you be answering the question?
Well,
yeah, it's a wow. And if they stop,
I've always thought that if an idea, let's say for an example, vampires, how did the idea get surfaced to like, you know, reality? Like it just made believe. Like it's the same thing with like movies that we watch, Netflix.
Yes.
Everything we watch is like a projector of things that is going on, or things going on that we can't see, or things that will be going on that we will see. So, you know, like I say, like everything in the world is real. Unicorns, as you know, here's one right here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Unicorns are real
No, all
in certain
that.
dimensions.
dragons are real. I mean, there have been times where I definitely saw things and I was like, nobody else saw that but me. But I say
What were
this,
some of those things that
they
you
were
saw?
extraterrestrials though. Like, okay, so
I
this
saw
is
some with you.
so yeah, so
I saw some with you when you were
yeah.
13.
So this is the
12.
reason why I'm getting an alien tatted right here, which is by off the topic, but I'm just saying. is is because I've had so many interactions with aliens. I've always felt like that I am. I mean, we are aliens, all of us.
I believe
You know,
this.
I'm just extremely in
I
tune.
mean, to what degree do people see it, right?
Yeah, and I mean, like at the end of the day, it's like we're all beings from other dimensions and stuff. Especially people like us that are here to help people become people like us. You know. So, but anyways, is I've seen and I have experienced a lot of extraterrestrial activity. I've been abducted before. This happened after with him. Me and my dad went through something when I was like 13, 14. The first time I had an experience with them was when I was 13. I was walking home from school from the bus, and there was this invisible like circle above me. And like as a kid, I was always fascinated with like sci-fi stuff and animal stuff. So me and my little sister, we would watch uh Animal Planet all the time. And then we would watch sci-fi stuff and we would watch Ancient Aliens. We used to watch that like all the time. We'd go to my grandma's house, we would just sit and watch TV. So that's all we would be able to do. So I remember when I was like walking, and I'm just thinking like, I'm like, I knew this was real. Like my whole life I've known I can see I can
Nice.
I can
Bubbles.
see I
You
can
don't.
see
Play
things,
like a child.
I can see things, I can feel things that others can't. I mean, I remember coming home, just a little girl, like 5 years old. I remember this. I couldn't even really talk that well, actually. I had speech impediment problems, actually, as a child. And I remember coming home, and I said this pretty clear that when I see people, I don't see people, when I'm in school, when I see children or even teachers, I don't see their face. I just see their aura. I remember coming home and like I always told my parents, like, I'm like, why do I feel so different? Like everybody else is like, you know, typical little kid wanting to go to sleep, go recess, eat their little applesauce and whatnot, have their little crush by the swing and shit. I'm sorry. But that's what I'm saying is like for me it wasn't like that. Like when I was 8 years old, I remember telling my mom, why am I here? I reincarnated like 1,000 times. I should be up in the sky with the angels. And she's just like,
Wow.
did you just say this and you're like 7.5 years old?
That is pretty remarkable.
So,
Lizzie.
yeah.
And the fact that you have that conscious awareness is remarkable.
Yeah, I still do. This is the story of my life. This is the reason of me being what I say. I've always been an introvert in my life, or like outcast, where you know my whole life I've had less than 5 friends. I've really never really had much friends. It's the most friends I've honestly felt was at Soulogy. I swear.
Well,
The
because
most
you're
love.
inside of a space where people are very open-hearted and they're open to hearing these unusual tales. That's uncommon dialogue.
Yeah.
Because so often people want to discount and say, what an active imagination that child has when a 5 or a 6 or 7-year-old speaks this way, right? Everything comes through the imagination.
Izzy the Ancient. Well, I'm sorry, I hear you, but somebody just said they had in their Airbnb, not to cut you off,
Yeah.
their Airbnb at Soulogy Fest was owned by an alien. I'm telling you,
Very
so
interesting.
Mulberry Mountain was extremely.
And you watched Ancient Aliens, so you'll be happy to know that some of our funny friends have actually been
well,
on that
you know,
program.
do you remember when
Brad
we-
Olson is a white buffalo of hope, and he's been on that program. He's
There's somebody else too.
finding William Henry.
I think
Well,
that's
I am the expression, train of thought and feeling. But you know, these beings that are individuals who research and study and do these compilations of works. The Beyond Esoteric series by Brad Olson is just phenomenal. And the way that he researches, it's like you're having a beer with him, and he's telling a tale and he's telling a story. I invite you guys to look at that stuff because history is not taught the way that it happened. In a lot of cases.
Look, hold on. If you saw Izzy at Soulogy Fest riding a bike, it was magical, and that she speaks of with the brilliance was so right.
I love Jana. Hi,
Shauna,
girlfriend.
I
We
love Shauna.
you.
I love you.
And Constantine.
Yeah.
Jana and Constantine from Fort Worth.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're both amazing. I love
Absolutely,
them.
they are. And so, yes, it was magical as she rode that bike.
Yeah, I did.
It's pure magic.
It was.
Magic
I was
happens
delivering
in the
pizzas.
most basic, simple things, like riding a bike as the energy that you are. You can cast your love all over the planet. PLAN-IT. That's the plan. All over as you just be who you are. Sharing your love and your light, your smile, in a line at the grocery store, at the bank. Say something really intriguing, right? Like, from what dimension will you be answering me? Like, what? They'll be like, what are you talking about? Well, we're not going to see things from the same perspective, potentially. So if you're telling me that my truth is not my truth, then I want to better understand and understand where that you're looking at things from. Because when you have your gifts awakened, as we all have different gifts, you're going to be experiencing the world in a more dynamic way. You're going to potentially hear other voices, your higher parts of yourself speaking to you. That's audio clairvoyance. The first time that it happened to me, it was quite alarming back in 2009. I was a little frightened by my own voice of my higher parts of myself, hearing myself. But at the same time, it was saying something loving, but I just had never heard that. So as we awaken to these parts, it's important to have compassion with yourself. It's so fun having Todd explore all over the space. Well, yeah, it's fun. You're just having fun. It's like a kid in a candy store, right?
I'm
It's
just
kind of,
happy I opened your third eye.
Well, Dad's.
I know.
My dad's
Opened my third eye. Really?
My mom
You're
used
just accentuating.
My mom used to call my dad Peter Pan.
For what reason? I can see a lot of reasons why that might be, but what
it was a
her
magical
reason?
reason of Peter Pan. It was always for that, and he loved peanut butter like so much. He would eat peanut
Yeah,
butter.
there's Peter Pan peanut butter.
Yeah. So actually, something too I wanted to say was somebody said the queen in the middle I want to hear from, and they're talking from you. Isn't she radiant? Like, I mean, so is Kate, but I'm just saying, Cindy. Yeah. She's a little quiet.
This is
She's
great
more
that
quiet.
it's fun. Thank you everybody for being present with us. Everybody, when I see Harold is here, fun. Harold had an adventure coming to Mulberry Mountain. His family set the intention to go, and they're still experiencing all the experience of having been there. They had some challenges. I think many people had challenges.
The queen in the middle of you two. Yeah, they keep saying they want to hear from you.
Come on, queen.
Come on, just say just a little bit.
What should I say?
Whatever's on your heart. So Cindy's been my dear friend. Let's talk a little bit about what you
Beautiful
have.
Cindy.
How did you experience Mulberry Mountain?
Well, I just got in the car.
She just got in the car.
So honestly, I had no expectations. So it was just a complete experience for me because I wasn't expecting anything. So where other people had disappointments, and I didn't because I'd never been to a Soulogy Fest. I was with Izzy, which I fell in love with. I was with Kate. I was with Iniana. I was with Ashley.
Yep.
And we just had an awesome experience.
Oh yeah, it was.
Now, I did bust my ass.
She did. She was off the tequila gummies. Oh, and actually, let's put this story. I found this out later on.
They can hear you. They can hear you.
So Kate actually thought that I was the one that took her gummies, but
I
and
love
she-
gummy bears
and
without
she was
anything in them,
sad,
just the
and
candy.
she was pissed, letting everybody know.
Kate the Hardest became Kate the Hardest. we've ever met.
So
HeART.
Okay,
so
so
yeah.
I don't drink very seldom, but something happened and Kate bought gummies and
Gummy bears.
gummy bears.
Just the candy at the grocery store.
I don't know why everyone
So,
thought it was me for
I
some
know.
reason.
Anada and I are
Oh my
there, and we have this bottle of tequila. So I guess I channeled my inner 18-year-old, and I'm like, let's soak them in tequila.
Shaquila the Shaquilles.
So we soaked all of Kate's gummies in tequila. So Kate goes back to the festival. A few things happened. She was a little disappointed because she didn't get to speak right.
Yeah.
And so she comes back for her treat and she says, I'm upset because
You guys put tequila in my gummy bears that was going to be my comfort food.
that she
How do we-
thought someone
how do we
else did it.
unsolve
And I
this?
said, Kate, I did it.
Oh yeah, she assumed it was me off the bat.
Even Cindy doesn't even drink. She's been my friend for 15 years.
I've never even actually soaked alcohol in gummies before. I've had THC gummies, but not tequila.
You're on camera.
Actually, but I ended up. So funny story is the tequila.
Cancel.
Tequila gummies.
It's in my imagination.
I ended up finishing the gummies at my apartment later on the next day. She gave them to me, and you met Megan. We ate them all. But that was a good night.
It was good.
It was great. Honestly, Soulogy Fest was probably one of the most amazing experiences I've experienced in my life.
You guys have both alluded to it, and I
Oh,
learned
yeah.
also to just go with the flow. And anytime
Mhm.
you have an expectation, you have the potential to have disappointment. When you just show up and you don't know what's going to unfold, there is no disappointment. You just are in the moment. It's awesome. And I've learned a lot from that. I mean, I really have. I've taken those lessons with me of just, I don't
Wow, a lot of people are actually watching this.
need to have an see, and there you have an expectation right now, all of a sudden, right?
Oh well, no, there's no expectation. I was like, wow, I
Oh,
was kind of
yeah.
shocked. There was many people.
Yeah. There are a good number of people, and we're loving having you present
It's
with
'cause
us.
of all of
because
us that
this
came
is
together.
it is fun to connect and energetically, right? So people's energy, that's a big part of what Soulogy Fest. When I went to that, I started tapping in and tuning in to the different people that were there, and I really also, like Cindy, went.
Oh my
I just felt called to go.
Ernestine, do you know what she said? Soulogy Fest was the most amazing experience I ever had. I know.
She contributed a lot to
Literally.
it, right?
Literally, I love Ernestine. Oh my
I
god.
think we all do.
I love her. She literally came from Canada, and it was a crazy story. So what she
She
told
got
me.
stuck in Houston.
Well,
we
before
live.
that, basically they told her that she had to get the vaccine to get on the plane, and she at first was like, she's not gonna get it. But Spirit told her, you have to be there, and I promise you, it will be taken out. So Ashley, she does that too. She knows how to do that as well, and so that's what I'm saying is. Whenever I was talking to her, she was telling me like she had to do that, get it taken out, and then she got stuck. And she was like the fourth person that told me something like that. That was like across the country that came.
Well, consciousness, right? So
Mhm.
you are the creator with your consciousness,
Yeah.
right? So what you believe is for you, and anything that is not for you is not for you. So this again is why free will is so important in not just that space, but all spaces. When you have the ability to make choices for yourself and write your own executive orders, that's the best choice. Nobody tells you how to be and do what you do other than you. But yes, we had a wonderful time with Ernestine. We were talking about her earlier today because it was kind of cool how we witnessed some of the people that were creating art that were picking up paper, markers, pencils, and just starting to create while they were listening to the frequencies of the musicians, Ernestine, Robert Evans, Ty,
Oh, Ty killed it.
Amethyst.
Ty stayed outside until he was
Inanna.
sunburned.
Right? Yeah. I mean, these musicians were bringing it. And
Ty
as
was
they
on
did-
fire. He was on fire. Like Ty was only the
those
first person.
frequencies,
Ty was the first person to get on stage and to leave. Like no lies.
yeah.
Ty stayed
The
there.
last one to leave, you mean?
Last
Yeah,
one.
Last one to leave. Yeah.
First to get on last.
Last
Yeah.
to leave. Yeah. Ty
Yeah,
stayed
here's some
through all of
Play-Doh.
it.
You can make something
No, I
amazing.
don't want to make it.
Why not?
I have other things I want to get into.
Okay, you got
Well,
other
maybe
things you wanna
I
get
should-
Get
into,
into
like
sequence.
I want a
Sock
snack,
monkeys,
so I'm gonna leave because I'm hungry.
she's hungry. We
I'm
haven't
gonna-
eaten, but we're gonna in a little while.
I'm gonna have a little snack.
But what I was gonna say is the
let my
art
dad
that
sit
came
here.
through some of the attendees and the participants, capitalizing the ART,
There you go.
Bronte was incredible. I approached and kind of looked over her shoulders. I was just so intrigued by what she was creating. And she said that she hadn't really been picking up she hadn't been creating in a long time. So she was just spending some time doing this. When around the frequency of these musicians that activates
It's a
their
beanbag.
cell levels,
It's a beanbag.
it is a beanbag. And you know why that is? It's so you can smile so wide you eat bananas sideways. Right? You're so happy.
Okay.
You're smiling and you're eating bananas sideways. That's what this is about. Monkey see, monkey do. You were doing the monkey thing earlier with the sock monkey.
Yeah.
Yeah, monkey see, monkey do. Smile so wide. You eat banana sideways, then other people follow. It becomes infectious. Smiles can go viral. But Bronte created a piece of art that just expanded my heart. And I looked at her and I said, please continue to do this process. You have gifts. You're incredibly talented. And she has been. She's been creating different things and she's been sharing some of them with me. And I'm so excited for her. I'm so excited for humanity as she's being her gifts. There was another woman, Denise, that said she didn't draw or paint or do anything. And she wasn't interested in it, but she just wanted to go and sit and listen to the music. And there was no pressure to participate. This was just free will if you want to pick anything up. She later felt called to go pick up a notepad and she started drawing code that was heart expanding. And I looked at her and I said, this is what is coming through you and it's genius. Guys, we have geniuses that dwell inside of us. And just pulling out and creating sacred space for color and light and sound that our woolly funny friend, Dr. Joe Delaney. Sorry, Joe. Dr. Joe.
Delaney.
Yeah, Dr. Joe Delaney.
Wait.
Dear friend of mine.
Well, his name
It's
is
not even-
Dr. Doe.
I know.
Dr.
You guys
Joe
were hilarious
Delaney.
yesterday. You guys were friggin' on fire. We laughed so hard, Cindy and I, last
did.
night as we watched the
Did you
replay
really?
on that one.
Was
Oh
it
my
fun?
God.
I didn't think it was
Well,
fun.
your adrenal glands, you were really concerned about your adrenal glands. And see the worrywarts right there?
I was
That's
concerned.
super pollinator walking the worrywarts out of Utopia.
interested in digging into the connection between the physical and the non-physical. That
I
you
know.
were
It was
into.
awesome.
So,
So Joe
his
and I have
name
been
is
buds.
Doe Delaney.
Doe
All this time I've had his
Delaney.
name.
I know. Well, he calls you Todrick Medusa.
Not to my face.
Yes, he does.
I never heard him say that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just a new
He
name
said
he
it
has for you.
yesterday.
It's just a new name for you. He's acquired it.
Some type of something.
Playfulness.
It's
You
a
guys
play.
have good banter. You have good fun and together. And you know, the geniuses of the two of you are quite dynamically different, but that's beautiful in its playfulness because where your genius just kind of plays with his funny talk, because he talks funny, right?
Yes.
Because he's a scientist and he's been studying that and he
Yeah.
talks about epigenetics.
Yeah.
And you're like, whoa, back up. Let's go back to the adrenal glands.
Yeah.
It was funny.
It was interesting.
Oh my God, yeah.
I'm so happy your third eye's been open.
Me too. What does it mean to have your third eye open?
I don't know. You tell us yours is open. I don't see. Is yours open? I don't see that it is. Mine's not open, is it?
No.
Yours is open. What do you see?
You know, I've come to realize that I'm actually really, it's very funny for me. I see a lot of things because I am an artist. I see things finished before they're even started. So I see a canvas done in my inner vision. And then I bring it forward and place it there onto canvas. And when you have something, I think this is one thing that's so important to take pause and notice. When things are so innate, you don't recognize them as unique. You think everybody can do it. So sometimes it's easier to have another person point out to you what your talents and your gifts are because it's too natural.
Mine are
You don't-
activations. You don't have to tell me though, I know.
I feel it. I mean, the buzz that I feel is just remarkable. And look at how it shakes. I like that. It's kind of fun. You know, guys, one of the things about the googly eye, it's inside of all the art of Utopia. And one of it is about the inner vision being fully activated. That's my official light. When I cast light on things officially. Dr. Seuss, Ted. This is the little codfish from Cat in the Hat. I know, I love him. He's a playmate. For me, everything is playful. I find ways to incorporate playfulness in everything and draw to me all things that I desire. That's why pencils are not just number 2 yellow pencils. I create new universes with magenta and azul.
Azul.
Azul,
Azul.
a Spanish word
Yes.
for blue.
Yes, but that's green.
His face is green and his hair is blue. His hair is blue.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Seriously.
So Azul and Magenta and I, we've built universes. Sharp playmates are good to have around, you know, playing with sharp things. You know, people told you not to play with sharp objects. Oh, I disagree. What will you create with a sharp playmate? A pencil, a song, a picture, curriculum, a journal that has you reflect and think back on things. Yeah, that's getting out of your head and into your heart, right? So there's your brain. Yeah, I keep those things around. Like if I have tons of little things that I just play with. That's weird.
What the
Hello.
We got some visitors. No one's over in this far corner, but
It's Dr.
some things
Seuss.
were just shifting.
It's
It might be
Dr.
Ted.
Seuss. It's
It might be
It's
Ted.
Dr. Seuss.
He's not in my head
And
all of the time.
He wants to the places that we will go.
I do say that often.
The places that we will go. This is Dr. Seuss.
Yeah, it
He's
is.
wanting to come through.
Oh, the places we will go.
The places we will go.
Yeah, we are going many places. It's incredible where we are all going and growing. And what's exciting to me is when I meet the individuals who have had enough courage to overcome their fears, to be the part of the puzzle as we create and co-create this new gold in heart age, the gold in your heart, capitalizing the HeART that is there, to create.
Is it a puzzle or a buzzle?
A puzzle.
A buzzle? Well, I didn't know if it was a thing with puzzle and buzzle, like
Good play on words,
Joe,
though.
Jelani, and Jolene.
Yeah, but see, the puzzle, it's a play on words because it is about the piece of the puzzle, but it's your PEACE of the
I'm hungry,
puzzle
too.
as a being
I just ate a piece of bread.
and
I didn't wanna eat
being
my food without
the
it.
true nature that you are. And so that's the play on words, is that you feel warm and buzzy as
I
you
look
are
like a
being
female
your
version of
true
you.
nature.
Huh?
And
You're a female
we
version of
cross-pollinate
I am.
one
That's what
another
she
with
said when she
our
first
one
met
whole
me.
parts and then create the SUM thing by
Where's
putting
all the
those
Dr.
together.
Seuss books?
Dr.
We-
Seuss, my
I
dad,
have Dr. Seuss
my dad
books.
used
I
to
don't keep them in here.
my dad used
I
to
do not want the influence of what they are doing and being to become a part of the new creations, but they're already in my consciousness because Dr. Seuss was read to me as a child and I intuited his work really apparently pretty deeply.
So when you first met me, one of the first things you told me was I was the female version of him, right?
Oh yeah, you are.
That's like 7 people told me that.
Yeah.
So actually, the girl that you met that night, Megan, whenever you went outside to talk to Kate, she started laughing because basically, I'd be goofing around with my dad all the time. So when my dad came in my house, I started playing Paul Wall. I don't know if anyone knows who that is.
Yeah,
but
I've heard of him.
you know who Paul Wall is?
Yeah,
H-Town.
Skip.
I have
But
teenagers.
they listen to Paul Wall. Oh, they be getting down. They get down with Paul Wall. No, so I was listening to Paul Wall. I was playing in my apartment. And my dad started dancing. And my friend, she was like in shock of how much that reminded like of me. Yeah, it was literally like just like an older man version of Izzy. It was so funny.
You're prettier.
Oh.
You are. You're beautiful.
My dad
And you're
must-
so fun. You're sparkly. You're bright. You're just so cheerful. I just, it was great to have a Medina at Soulogy.
Yeah, I honestly, you know what's crazy? So I remember when everything went down. I wasn't. You know what's? I felt like I was in Narnia for so long. Like, and my dad was like the lion. He was the king. I swear. And I just remember like, who was this? Who's that lady that with the dog? Yeti with the dog named Yeti. What's her name?
Cynthia?
Shannon.
Oh,
Shannon. Yeah. Oh my bad. Yeah, Shannon.
Very cool.
I remember I was smoking a cigarette or smoking weed or something, and she was
Smoke
like,
a cigarette.
I don't know what it was, but
TMI.
she asked me for something like that, or a cigarette or something, and she looked at me and she was like, "You're a Medina, aren't you?" And I'm like, "You damn right." She was like, "Wow, you look just like your dad." I'm like, "I've been told." I'm like inside too. Well, actually, it's funny. My nose, I have my dad's nose like this, and my mom's when I smile. You know that?
I didn't know that.
You didn't even know
I
that.
did not know that.
Yeah. Well, there's so many different things that we experience by coming in together. We were going to bring on Elsa
You wanna bring her
Dillon.
on?
Yeah. If she's still present, I know that you were sending her an invite. So she's someone that I met on Soulogy on the network when I was out in Sedona. She called in and we have become really good friends. Lives in Australia and she's on the show regularly. How do we bring her in?
I don't see her out there.
Okay. Let me see if she's on the phone here.
We could send her the thing. Yeah, we can go in like another 15, 20 minutes, right?
Yeah. Email's not working. Internet gremlins. Post link here. Oh, post the link for her right
can't
there.
do
Was the
Hang
Indian
on.
cornbread?
Okay.
Hang on, let me get over here.
Yeah.
Let me kneel down
Oh, yeah,
here. Is that yours?
Yes, it
Hold
is.
that.
Okay.
Hang on, let's see here. Where is it?
Anyway, we sorry that we're distracted, but we just kind of wanted to bring her in just to have a play date because she has been
Oh, here we go. Hang on.
and Bronte has also
getting ready.
commented that
Okay.
she's
ready?
she's with her family right now and she's
All right,
making
hang on.
dinner.
So let me just go here.
Can they
you
still
make-
hear
did you
us
make
while
a
you're doing that?
salad?
Mhm.
All right. Yeah, they can hear us.
Okay,
Keep
sorry
talking.
guys, we'll just keep talking. Sorry about that. But one of the things that's cool about Soulogy is it does unite people. You can start to see one another, and while you're different, you have a great appreciation for the individual's unique contributions, offerings, experiences, and the exchanges. I mean, there's, I watch so many different programs on Soulogy, and I just gain a greater appreciation for my own path, right? By watching another person's path. Like, wow, it's fascinating to see all the different filters and all the different ways to be with information, insights, experiences, awarenesses of the more that we are.
I'll tell you what.
So
I
cool.
got a better idea.
No,
No,
Dad. We're gonna go
So-
get a snack anyway.
no. Don't go. Hang on.
They're ready
hang
to. It's 8:30 where we are, y'all. I don't know. Oh no, it's 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock
Yeah.
where we are.
Pass that
Look,
bedtime
go
dog
into.
in.
Let me.
Are
Hey,
you
do have
still
any
live?
Tums?
I do, but I have to.
Yeah, you're live.
Oh, well, whenever you're done.
It's just the most interesting thing since I can't see anybody, and so that's just funny. It
Just
kind of
keep on
feels like
talking.
I'm just talking to myself. Which,
I'm talking.
well, I'm pretty good at talking to myself. I
Let's
actually do that quite a
see.
bit. I mean, a big part of how I
See,
create
you're right here.
is
Boom. right
being
there.
inside of this
Right there.
sacred space.
Bring
And
this- No, you're good.
yeah, I'm
Yeah,
just
hang
moving
on.
in a little bit.
Hang on. I'll bring it in like that.
Cool.
All right, let's see. Hang on. Got that already.
I'm noticing from this angle that I
Oh, shit.
gotta
I gotta get my coat out.
my drape is kind of bunched back there. It's funny, lots of different perspectives. Isn't that the truth? You kind of look at things from different perspectives and see things different ways when you do. That's a good thing. I keep this here as a reminder and a reharder for myself. It's my eyeball. And I set it down inside of meetings too for myself and different things. For those that don't know me, I do maintain a corporate job. I've done it for 24 years and enjoyed that balance of having the ability to organize thoughts, set planning, critical pathing. I'm in industrial distribution, working with energy companies to help create solutions for their men and women to stay safe and productive. So those skills are very powerful, having developed those while building a universe now, because some things have to happen before other things can occur. And I've gotten really good at just relaxing into the process and not needing to rush too far ahead, but allowing the things that must happen first to happen, and trust and know that we're happening, all of it. You know, as a visionary, you see where you're going, and that's a great thing. I encourage everybody that's on this path with me to celebrate where we are right now, because we're not going to stay in this space. When you're building something that's so big as what we are, you're always moving forward. You're always advancing.
All right.
This is what I'm talking about, is the dream that I'm holding, but let me
Yes.
extend that out to whatever it is that you're holding in your heart, and have you feel into that you're never
And
going to be where you
gotcha.
are in your dream, where you are right now again. So enjoy the moment versus feeling like you're not far enough along
All right, they both have it.
and you're not where you need to be.
Boom.
Awesome. Todd is amazing.
All
He's
right.
able to
Boom,
work so
boom,
effectively behind the scenes. And I'm learning some things about myself too. I can talk to a blank screen and just trust that you all are there. And isn't that the case of just trusting when you're in a process? It is, right? I mean, there's so much trust that goes into building something so huge. I began something just thinking I was kind of doing it by myself, and I didn't know how I was going to build something as big as what I saw. And what I've started to realize in the last several months is reverse engineering. How would you, if someone presented to you Walt Disney, how would you break it down to a man and a mouse and build it from there? That's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot to figure out.
What's a lot to figure out?
How to build Disney,
With a
reverse
mouse?
engineered from a man's imagination and a mouse, and go.
So where
Press
did
play.
where did it originate from?
So it
would be
started in
your
his
Your
imagination.
destination would be how it all started.
How it all started. And it started in his heart with him seeing this funny little cartoon mouse in his head, and he drew it on a piece of paper. Then he started to tell stories about it. Then he started to create cartoons around it. Then he had other people join in the game with him. And that's how it starts, you know? We're so far along in this now. And there's so many pieces now that people can easily see it. But in the beginning, it was harder for me to tell the story.
Clayton's got a point here. Disney originated from evil. Sorry to say, it's at least something you got to consider.
Oh, 100%. Wait, and I would even challenge that. I don't think that it started from evil. I think that he became so popular that it got hijacked. I think that he just was a man that had a beautiful imagination and saw the world in a very animated way. He saw flowers singing back to him.
Yeah.
Now, I'm very aware who they are.
Who?
And
The flowers?
no, Disney.
Oh.
And I'm not interested in participating.
You ever see
inside of that?
That where they have the Mickey Mouse cups? So it'll say Mickey coffee cup, and then you'll have the liquid in it. And when you look at the liquid, the reflection, because of the mirror, it says Wicked.
Okay. No, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, it's trippy.
Yeah, it is. Well, you know, there's a lot of, everything comes down to intention. I know that I'm operating with a pure heart, and part of my journey, you know, got really strange. Back in 2010, started to see lots of different parts of the world that I never knew existed. I was living, I would think, a pretty routine life of being a mom to young children, living in a corporate job, living in a suburban neighborhood, and everything started to unfold, and I started to see the matrix falling apart. and I started to call it the MAKE tricks. Yeah.
MAKE.
Make tricks.
Make tricks.
Yeah, they started to make tricks, and I
Like
started to see through them.
Vision.
Television.
Tell lie.
Tell lie. Yeah,
Tell
so many
lie,
lies.
Vision.
And, you know, everybody can just come about it in their own way, because what I've learned about this is that you can't tell another.
I wonder if they're coming on.
I don't know. I don't know.
Bronte and
Elsa.
Elsa.
Yeah, and we just wanted to
The
invite
links
them
were
into play
sent. All you gotta
because
do is click the link and it'll come right in.
are you talking to them?
Well, yeah, if they're listening.
Oh.
You know what? I don't think they're out there.
They may be in different areas and spaces because we're much later than what we thought. And one's
Yeah.
in Australia and one's in California, and they're in different spaces and places. And, you know, everything organically happens the way that it's supposed to. But, you know, this journey has been of pure heart. When I started to see things not as they were, I wondered why all of these different aspects of insights were coming into my field of awareness. And now I'm starting to very much understand and understand why it was so important that I started to see different areas of, guys, I don't even go into conspiracy theories. For me, they're not theories. I just see the world differently. And I trust and appreciate that everybody's on their own path, and I'm not trying to convince anybody of anything. But I know that I am being guided very intuitively. He playfully put this on my face, but I'm not joking. I've put it there before too, playfully. And it is fully activated. And when that happens to an individual and you start to see the world from your inner vision and being able to project out and see things that are in other timelines, it's very unusual. There's no way really to explain that to another individual and have them not think that you're absolutely insane unless they've already experienced it themselves, because everything is a belief system until it becomes a knowing system. It's the only thing that can replace, in my opinion, a belief system. If you're going to get rid of the belief, knowing through an experience. And that's what started to happen to me. I started to have experiences that were so unusual. I can think about having multidimensional experiences where I was seeing a person, interacting with them and talking to them, and then another person coming and approaching us and talking to us. And I could see very clearly that the other person could not see the other person I was talking to because they wondered who I was talking to. And it was plain as day to me. And then I started wondering what was happening. Why can't Joe see this man that I'm talking to? What's going on here? I had always thought of multidimensionality was going to take me to another place. I didn't realize that it was my consciousness that was going to elevate me to that other space and place, where my physical world would look the same, but I wouldn't be experiencing the same way as somebody that was not in the state of what I've come to see two keys into the higher consciousness: love and gratitude. They are keys. And this is how I paint and create. I don't paint at all if I'm not in that state. If I have anything that is a lower vibration, I won't create, because the charge that's been placed upon my heart is to open up sacred space for the high vibrations to interact with people. One of the pieces of art that's behind my heart here is called Rainbow Egg and Beacon's Delight. This piece came through several months ago in November, and it's spelled REIGNBO and Beacon's Delight, Rainbow Egg. And are you coming in to say something of what's going on?
I was gonna ask you, where's the balsamic vinaigrette?
This is really epic stuff. Where's the balsamic vinaigrette? It's in the refrigerator in a black tub.
in the block tub.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was really important stuff as I'm talking about rainbow eggs and Beacon's Delight, you know? But guys, this has been my whole life. I'm building a universe while having people need to have my attention. And I've been doing it while having 3 children and a corporate job. So I'm going to invite you to not wait on your dreams, build them and let life continually come in and inject itself into you and be able to respond and just move that obstacle or that opportunity to just support another person and keep moving forward. But back to Rainbow Eggs Beacon Delight, this is a piece of a curriculum that now is going to be going inside of what will become Global Energy Mastery Schools. Guys, I can speak this now and let it roll off my tongue, but I will share with you share this with you that when I began, I did not know all that this was going to become. It started with a word, and I just started with the one part that I could do because I could see where the vision was trying to take me, but I said, no, that's not me. You got the wrong chick. I can't do that. I don't know how to build a universe. I don't know how to build Disney. And so, and again, I'm not building Disney. Thank you for that acknowledgement that you also recognize that it's not working for our society. I want to be real careful what I'm saying here because I'm casting judgments and I'm really not interested in me against them. I'm just really clear about what we're creating. So I'm wearing my 3-carat ring, right? Guys, everything that I'm being and doing involves carats. I say, so our profits are tied and they must, in order to shine and be the profit that we want to bring in. I spell carats, C-A-R-E--IT. We care about people, planet, and purpose. And if it is not in alignment, we're not interested in making the profit because we care about people, planet, and the purpose is to be the love that we are and to shine that light so brightly that we're illuminating the planet. And the plan, PLAN-IT, planet, is to light this mother up, Mother Earth, by each being the light that we are in our divine spark. I had them light that fire in honor of the divine spark. As we unite our sparks, so I'm going to look for, yep, here it is. I'm reaching for my freedom flame, which is my paintbrush. As an artist, I create freedom for myself by being the love that I am, painting a picture and choosing to be the proof of something someone else says it ain't true. P is the proof. I'm it. I invite you to be the proof of something that someone tells you ain't true. The word paint is P apostrophe ain't. When you choose to be the proof, you can make anything so. I'm here to say so because I've been doing it. When I began this, nothing around me, and this encompasses the entire room. The walls are covered in the expressions of Utopia that someone said wasn't so. I beg to differ. I cared enough, and when you do too, about the things that you first see in your imagination, they're real to you. They're placed there. P-L-A-Y, play, C-E-D. The things you see that are placed upon your heart are there on purpose for you to bring about. Only you can see it. It doesn't mean it's not real. It's already real there. You just have to choose to bring it forward here, from there. But see how the word here is already inside of the word there? Isn't it funny that here, there, everywhere, and somewhere all have here in it? Look at the word. It's there. Here it is. Bring it here from there. You can do it if you want to. You'll do it if you care enough. I started to see that this mattered enough to do so. And so I'm up to it. You don't wait to live your dream life. You are living your dream life by being it wide awake and taking inspired action one step at a time. I don't know where all the other people have gone. I think they're having dinner, and that's great. I'm glad that you're hanging here with me and just having a heartversation. That's what I'm up to day in and day out now, is having heart-to-hearts with people that are up to something bigger than themselves. And I really want to know about people that are up to something bigger than themselves because we're adding the some things together. Yeah, one at a time. Everybody that's inside of Utopia is not an actor. No, they're a beer. They're a being. They're being their true nature. I had mentioned known Odyssey, and then we got distracted, but I could go around this room with lots of different things. The Woolly Carrie Not So Scary Foxes, Michael and Carrie Fox, they are living their dream life, taking great risks and making it happen for themselves because they have the codes that have been placed upon their heart that they're supposed to bring into the world. It is the arts that will evolutionize us in this golden heart age. It's the creativity, curiosity over judgment. This is our golden heart, the gold in your heart. That's the treasure in your chest. The treasure in your chest is your heart. Funny, right? Who knew I could talk so funny? I don't know. I just keep getting funnier and funnier. And that's why I live on the funny farm where all these stories take place. The fun energy farm. Everything is energy and everything is funny. The funnier you get, the more life is fun. You get truer and truer into your nature. It's so beautiful. And what I'm really excited about is more and more people are having the courage to be the love that they are. I see all of you on Soulogy. I see you shining your light and you're weird, and it's so wonderful. And it's not that weird, right? I mean, it's really not that weird anymore. It's not. I think it's stranger to just believe that there's only this matrix that we've been shown. If people still want to stay in it, who am I to judge? I just probably won't play along. I'll invite you to see it a little differently and ask you, from which perspective are you answering the question? But I'll do it in a loving way because I am interested in being loving. That's the quest I am on, to be or not to be love. That is the quest I am on. William asked that centuries ago. Shakespeare. There's a lot of wit and wisdom in those. I look at all of this stuff now. I look at everything differently with the perspective of genius. We are geniuses at play. Geniuses at heart. So fun. Here's something that's funny too. Each of you has a part, and if you don't do it, it's your choice. But if you don't, you could be impacting other pieces, not being able to fully realize their potential. Because as we put them together, we're able to do so much more. I'll give you an example. As I listen to musicians who have created the genius compilations and the frequencies, which I spell FREAK, WHENSEE. Yeah, because that's what happens. You freak when you see what they've created because they heard it first in their hearts and took inspired action to bring it about so that it can unlock the treasure in your chest and have it play out. When you listen to conscious music in high vibration, it's geniuses at play in a cooperation and a collaboration. That's huge, y'all. So what if that artist never decides to create that music? If you're writing a conscious contract, I don't mean that art has to be that you're painting a picture, because I see art as all forms. We need conscious attorneys. We need conscious business people that are creative. That's your art form. That's your art. You don't have to paint a picture or write a song or write a poem. I'm amazed and blown away by the talent of which I interface. When I read and hear the poetry of Casey Glore, it blows my heart wide open. She's got Love Gloriously, and you can find her. Everybody needs Valentine's Day cards right now. You can go to Love Gloriously and check her out because she's Allie Needles inside of Utopia as the porcupine that's the seamstress that helps sew everything back together. And by sew, I mean, so is it true? That story you keep telling yourself? Really? Could you reframe it and look at it now with a more evolved belief system and put it back together in new ways? Perhaps. Yeah, because as we evolve, we still hold on to stuff, but maybe don't go back and look at things with our new lenses in the rearview mirror. Because as history happens, there's more happening. And we see that so many times things that felt bad in the moment ended up being a blessing later. Yeah, this is a journey of the heart. And I'm chock full of so many stories of amazing beings who are overcoming their fears to live in the light as they are and bringing forward incredible offerings. My role is to create a container that will showcase them and officially cast light on them. This is a funny little lamp that I keep close at hand to officially shed light on things that I love. As a little kid, I loved Dr. Seuss. You know, Theodore Geisel was a genius, creating new language and playfulness. And how'd you think? Outside of the box. Box with a fox with knocks. Who used words like those? He did. We only know what a sneetch is today because he said so. There wasn't a sneetch until he needed a word to rhyme with beach. And there wasn't something he could think of that came to mind. So he just did it. And then he educated us on all of the lifestyle and characteristics and traits of what it was. And now you can Google it. You'll be able to Google alley needles in the future. And the woolly carry not so scary foxes. And so much more. And super pollinator. Yeah, they're all beings, being their true nature. I am grateful for this opportunity to have had Todd and Izzy come into this space tonight, and Cindy, who just popped in as well. She didn't think she would, but thank you for the encouragement earlier to have her speak too. Big things are happening, y'all, on the planet because we're happening them. Thank you for having the courage to believe in yourself and your dreams. They matter. We make them matter. Our thoughts become things, our thinks. Everything on our planet exists because someone unreasonable said, I can bring this about. And it matters enough to do so. And the moment you do that, you're going to face some challenges. It's just going to be there to test you. How much do you care? Remember the carrots? I care so much about people, the planet, and the purpose of us all being the love that we are. So I have my 3-carat ring that shines because I'm really not into pretentious stuff. I don't need 5 carats, 6 carats. 3's great. Don't you think so? It shines like a diamond. D is the divine. I am on. With the on the front side and the back side. The divine balance. Have you ever noticed that? I have. Because the word speaks to me. I am on. Inside of the word diamond. It's the divine. As above, so below. Here and here. And the I am on. Fully activated. Turned on. Inner vision shining from the light within. And stretching. So I have the carrots that stretch. I love to play. Y'all, it is so fun. It's how you raise the vibration within yourself and everybody else. I can play for hours and entertain myself. I don't need anybody else. Someone is saying here, Clayton Holmes. I'm reading something that just popped up, and I just love that you just said, you are one of the ones, Queen. I say the same to you too, King. It takes one to know one. Guys, we can only see what we are. It's true. I've come to see this. As a visionary artist, I see things in the future so far out, I don't know how to always bring them in because it's so complex. What I was alluding when I said to the Disney piece, I just use that as an example because what has been done by another can be done. But how was it done? And how do we do it, reverse engineering it? There's so many complexities and so many parts. I work for a Fortune 200 company, in my corporate role that I have so much respect for, that it's over 100 years old. All the things that are in place are genius. They enable people to do things so swiftly and so quickly. But guess what? That evolved over time. How do you build something from nothing? How do you build a whole universe from a word? That was the charge that I had placed upon my heart, that I ran from at first, until I heard the part, do the one part you can see. Do that. I could paint a picture. At first, I only thought I was writing children's books. That was so I didn't freak myself out too much. Excuse me. So much more. We'll get there. When you're building something that is an iconic platform of the future, I say that humbly. It's not about me. It's not my ego. Again, I've already told you, I'm just holding the container for all the dreamers to have their dreams fully realized and be able to create a sustainable living for ourselves, doing and being that which we love, that has so many moving parts. So we're creating infrastructure. As I told you, as I've evolved with it, I see more. And one step at a time, we're building conscious community is really what we're up to. That will be self-sustaining. It'll have the ability to live together in community on grounds of places that will evolve, where the stories that will be in film, cartoon, and books come to life. And you'll have retreat resorts where families can go and be connected with one another and nature. And all the characters that are the beings will be able to support themselves, being what they love. Having community, connect and attach to these. Or they'll be able to collaborate and continue to co-create. Food, shelter, love, all those needs are met. Then you start to become even more creative. Then you start to have more fun. This is really what's coming. I didn't know that in the beginning. You can only do the one step that you can take at a time. I invite you to take the one step in your dream and see what emerges over time. Universes live inside of us. So fun. I've met so many of you through this adventure. I'm going to continue to get to know more and more of you, and you're going to get to know more of me. I'm going to have more of a presence inside of this space as Soulogy evolves and changes and shifts. I'm going to take a very active presence inside of this. Big things are happening for Utopia in 2023. It didn't emerge overnight. I've been painting from 10 o'clock at night till 3 in the morning since about 2010 and 2011. Yeah. Overnight successes, we've all heard it said, are done over many nights. One heart and one step at a time. I thank all of you for coming in here. I really do. It matters that your collective consciousness is present and celebrating what we're up to. I see the hearts, I see the love, I see the smiling. Shine on, love, inner light bubbling with delight. Wow, is that beautiful? Angie's Shine the Light Soul Trip. Look at the people that are connected to this project called Soulogy. You guys are amazing. And how you call yourself. I love it. I love meeting all you geniuses. So fun. So fun. It sure beats the alternative, right? So I'm going to say ciao for now, but we're going to be having more and more pop-ins and heartversations. Todd's going to come back. We'll do this again. I just wanted to have them come into this sacred space because, what I've come to realize too is everything is vibration, everything is energy, and we do have codes. This is a vortex of energy here. This is a space to be so creative. I recognize what Todd is up to, creating sacred space for dreamers. I wanted to share this space with him. I'm glad that he was here. I'm glad that you all joined us. Until we meet again, my friends. Can you believe that I've kept this silly eye on my head the whole time? I'm looking at it every now and then. It catches my eye. Ba-dum-bum. And it makes me smile. So, of course, I keep it there. I hope it's made you smile too. I'm interested in raising the vibration on the planet, and I'm not worried about being the butt of anybody's joke. I'm quite content with that. If it's generated the laughter, it's hard to make fun of me when I'm willing to laugh with myself. And I invite all of us not to take everything so seriously and to laugh more with those that might be laughing at us. And when you do just start laughing along, it's very confusing to them. It's very confusing. They're wondering why you're laughing. And when you tell them that you're laughing with them, and they say, but I'm laughing at you, and you say, I know, I'm laughing at me too. I'm hilarious. I crack myself up a willion times a day. Willion. I don't limit myself to millions, trillions, billions, willions. My will desires how and how many times I'm going to laugh and how much money I'm going to make. I'm a millionaire. I am. I care about so much. I can't limit it to any number yet. I don't know what it's going to take yet to do all that I feel in my heart. I just know that I have the will to generate it with all of you, all of us, humanity. We can do it. So laugh often, laugh with everyone, even when they're laughing at you. It's fun. If it's fun, do it. Ciao for now. I'm going to go have some lasagna. I hope you're having a great time wherever you are. And if you've already eaten, may it have served your body well. I'm going to go have some fellowship with the group. They're probably wondering, what is she doing in there? What is she talking about? I'm talking from my heart. Thank you for being a part of it. Big hugs to all of you. I see this love. I receive it. I'm grateful. Thank you. Here comes Cindy. There she is. We're saying ciao for now, Cindy. Bye. I am. But say bye. Give everybody a big wave goodbye and big hugs. Much love. Bye. I don't know how to end this stream. Maybe we're not leaving yet. It's funny learning new things. All right, now I see it. There's an asking me, all right, this is another thing, safety measurement in place. It's asking me, are you sure I want to end the stream? I don't really want to end the stream. We'll continue to use our telepathy and send one another more love. I never want to break this stream, but we're going to end this session. Ciao for now.